Well, look, we're retro teching again, teching up that retro storm, and today is Mortal Kombat 2. Am I good at Mortal Kombat 2? Am I F? What do I say about Mortal Kombat 2? Well, it doesn't really need an introduction, does it? It was more of an event than a game. Midway's 1993 follow-up to the Western alternative to Street Fighter 2. It was chock full with kung fu movie nods and gross slaughter, and was beloved enough and seen by many as the high point of the entire series, which is still running today. And it has now been stuffed with various Hollywood types like Rambo, officially voiced by Sylvester Stallone, and Arnie was in it, and Freddy Krueger, aliens, all sorts of things were in it. Predators, actually, wasn't it? I don't know. Maybe both. I don't really play it. I'm not a big fan of Mortal Kombat. I've never have been. It's something always about that kind of digitised style that puts me off, and I don't know what it is. I've said it before in previous videos like Pit Fighter and things like that. But you know what? I am an island of a man. It was converted to everything. It was a hype magnet. It was a cultural phenomenon. And the arcade alone had grossed $600 million by the end of 2002, roughly 10 years after it was originally made. What an achievement that is. But yeah, I've chosen to be Barocca in this, the arcade challenge, which, if you didn't know, you should try and join in with, because on the RetroTech 100 group there is a challenge which we do every week where we play arcade games, and with that you can basically select a game if you're lucky enough to have a feature on the wheel, but you have to have played the previous week, and whatever the game is that is chosen, you get 2 credits to see how far you get in that game. This week it is progress rather than high score, because there's progress involved and you can use more than 1 credit. I've chosen to be Baraka. I was going to choose Reptile, but I was terrible with Reptile, and I'm terrible with Baraka too, but I'm marginally better with him. And I think I changed my mind to do old Johnny in a bit, Johnny Cage. I'm not, as I say, I'm not a big fan of Mortal Kombat, but I totally understand why people are. There is levels of depth to this game. There's loads of secrets. It's a tremendous piece of software that I just don't like. More power to you if you do. I was trying to think. Obviously, this one's a little bit easier than Scramble for picking an animal fact of the week, because that's where we are. The genital fact of the week is right now. And what better animal to pick than, of course, the most famous animal in the franchise, Scorpion. He's not really a scorpion, he's a big fiery skeleton, but he is called Scorpion. That's the tenuous link we're going with today. And let me tell you about Scorpion mating, because I'm sure you're dying to know. It's actually quite fascinating. So what's in it for the scorpion gets laid? How is this for courtship? Receptive females produce pheromones which are picked up by wandering males using their pectines to comb the substrate. Now, I don't know what that is. I've lost my first credit there. I don't know what that is at all, but sounds pretty hot, doesn't it? You know, I don't know about you, but my little trouser general is standing to attention. I think. So male courtship, when they obviously pick up these pheromones, what they do is they approach the female and they sort of rock back and forth with no leg movement. Not so much dad dancing as soon to be dad dancing, if you like. Apparently that's called juddering, and I usually do that after I've had sex. That's too much information, and I apologise profusely. They perform a dance together called the Promenade à Deux, a walk for two. Doesn't that sound lovely? And they touch claws, and they move back and forth face to face as a sort of courtship ritual. This can go on for hours, and they even touch mouths. Who knew scorpions kissed? Isn't that the sweetest thing you've ever heard? Then they flip round and they touch tails together. They indulge in some kinky sexual sting. I mean, fair enough, whatever you're into. And then the male stings her in a way that subdues her. Dude, that's a bit rapey. He then wanks off onto a rock, not using his claw, I would imagine, and drags the slumbering lady scorpion over said rock and sort of rubs her junk over it. Oh, and sometimes after sex, one of them might eat the other one. So it started off very romantically, at least. I guess that's the same thing with any marriage, fellas? Yeah, so scorpions. Also, they give birth rather than lay eggs, which I find surprising. I thought they would lay little eggs, and these horrendous little animals made out of swords, scissors, and cat o' nine tails, these little weapon beasts, would emerge from eggs because it's more disturbing that way. But no, they give birth in a mammalian way, which again is sort of sweet, even though they're terrifying to look at. So scorpions then. That's the end of that fact of the week. I haven't talked really much about what I'm doing on screen because, as you can see, I'm not very good at it. But look, what a lovely way to end the episode. Destroyed by being thrown off of a building. How lovely. So please do join the RetroTech 120p challenge. Links down the bottom. And until next time, thanks, and indeed bye.